of it. We are now into a phase where the reality is biting. We have ships that are setting sail to the Far East, where there is no deal in place with Far Eastern economies. They don't know if they're going to be able to deliver their goods. The reality is here. We have seen stockpiling. We have seen wasted investment going into preparation for no deal. No one knows. And the problem is that this is how Brexit is going to be felt in communities. It's going to be through the decisions of businesses. And we are at the point now where it is biting. It really matters. It's big business, it's small business, it's all business. And the idea that this will be just a local administrative difficulty is absolutely wrong.
I'm obviously not the expert, but I think, corporates and businesses will have planned 3 years ahead and for all occasions. So they've clearly going to have some sort of plan for no deal. And I think the expectation that, we're going to be stockpiling, I think is the sort of language that Steve's actually talking about. I think it's one of those things that scaremongering is trying to push a narrative forward that we should be absolutely terrified about no deal Brexit, when actually it's WTO terms. It's not like it's completely something new. Like, we invented some of these terms. It's nothing out of the blue.
But I think you need to look at what the facts are on the ground. So we do know that firms are investing very heavily in preparation, but you can't prepare for things that you absolutely have no idea of. We don't know what the tariff levels would be under WTO, actually, because the government haven't set a tariff level yet. We think that there are about 90% of small businesses that have not prepared at all because they don't have the departments to do that and they don't know what they're preparing for. So no deal can't be managed. It would create a significant shock to the economy, and we are hearing this again and again from small firms. They have no particular interest, Lucy, in scaremongering. The opposite, actually. They are in the business of optimism. They're in the business of reassuring their workforces. So when you hear these messages
for change, and that's how good businesses work, they adapt to change, and that's how I think they'll go forward. They'll be able to adapt to it, and we'll be at a certain situation where we're actually going to thrive in this country.
I agree that they're about adapting to change, but why create a monumental shock which we do not have to create?
Which in the long term will actually have a good effect on this country.
That's an assertion.
It's an assertion?
That's an assertion. We would be creating, with a hard no-deal Brexit, we would be creating overnight tariffs for 90% of our products, major friction at our borders, delays at our borders. The long term is something which we will have to live through.
The Mayor of Calais has already told us that there won't be friction at the border. He won't allow it. So I think, that's already debunked. So next step.